And what's up fellas, and it's time to show you how to complete the Easter egg in Revelations. A very clear and very easy guide to follow this will be. So before you start the Easter egg, make sure you have got your best gobblegums on, like before any Easter egg. And you can do this Easter egg on solo. So the first step is very easy. When you get into the game, in the spawn area, you can see 4 gravestones. All you need to do is shoot these in the correct order. Just shoot them in the order I shoot them in. People explain this step by numbering each gravestone. It sounds pretty complicated, so basically just follow what I do, it's that easy. And when you shoot the last gravestone, you will hear a thunder strike, and the gravestones will have a flame spawn in front of them, and that is that step done. So when you have shot the gravestones, that will spawn something into the map. In one of these jump pads, you will see a rock poking out of it. The rock will be at the back of the jump pad, and it looks like this. You need to find the jump pad with this rock in. Check each jump pad around the map and you will find this rock. And at the same time as finding the rock, you want to build the keeper and get sorted with some good weapons and a few good perks. So when you have located your rock and built the keeper, spawn in the keeper and head to the jump pad with the rock inside. And now stand on the rock and the keeper will start doing a ritual on the jump pad. If the keeper doesn't start the ritual, just wiggle about a bit, do a little dance on the rock, and it should work. And all you do now is protect the keeper for 3 rounds. And if enough zombies hit the keeper, he will die, and you just have to start again. It is quite a tough one this, especially when a margwas spawns, because he will just dart towards the keeper, so watch out for one of those. And when the keeper is finished, you just want to check the floor for the film reel. The film reel could be inside a zombie's body, so have a good search on the floor. Pick up the film reel, and then take it to this radio in Natchda and Toten. Press X on the radio, and that is 1 out of 3 film reels found. For the second film reel, you need to make sure you get little arnies from the box. To make this step easier, try keep a zombie at the end of the round, and then head to Pack-a-Punch for this step. So, in the walls, you can see these holes. There are 9 holes in total, and your objective is to throw 9 little arnies into each of the 9 holes. But the problem is, you can only carry 3 little arnies at a time. So, here is how you do this step. Firstly, you want to number each of the holes. So this is how to do it fellas. This hole is number 1. This hole is number 2. And this hole is number 3. So, you want to start off with these 3 holes. And what you want to do is throw your little arnies into each of these holes. And when you throw the little arnies into the 3 holes, margwas will spawn. So kill them off and hopefully they give you a max ammo. And when you have more little arnies, you want to throw them into the next 3 holes, which are as followed. So, from hole number 3, head to where Pack-a-Punch is, and hole number 4 is right here. Hole number 5 is here, and hole number 6 is just up here where the tunnel is. So now, you just repeat the process. Throw your little arnies into hole 4, 5 and 6, kill off the margwas when they spawn, and hopefully you get another max ammo. So now, I'm going to show you where holes 7, 8 and 9 are. Hole 7 is up from Pack-a-Punch right here. Hole 8 is just down the path and it is on the left. And hole 9 is just down here. Throw your little arnies into these last 3 holes and 3 more margwas will spawn. Kill the margwas off and the film reel will spawn on the bridge here. If for some reason the film reel isn't there, here are some reasons why and how to solve them. If you miss a hole with your little arnie, wait until you have 3 little arnies again and just restart that group of 3 holes again. And if you hear a laugh when you throw a little arnie into the hole, that means it is wrong and you must start that group of 3 holes again. And if all that doesn't work fellas, just try throwing a little arnie into the first hole in this area and the film reel might just randomly spawn. And also, you can't go down or leave this area while doing this step. That is why it's best leaving a zombie or a parasite at the end of the round, so you only have margwas to kill. So when you pick up the film reel, take it to this radio in Kino, and that is 2 out of 3 done. For getting the 3rd film reel, you have to find 6 skeleton parts. You will need an apothecary servant upgraded and any upgraded weapon. An upgraded dingo or something like that will make this step very easy. So, there are 6 locations where you can get a skeleton part. The first location is in spawn next to the teleporter. And you want to go as far right as you can until you can look into the church. And you should be able to see a yellow shade of colour on the floor. And what you do is shoot that with your upgraded weapon, and when you shoot it, you will see a skeleton part fly into the air. And when you see this, you want to shoot your upgraded apothecary servant next to that part. and the portal from that weapon will suck up the skeleton part. And when it has done that, that is 1 out of 6 done. A second location is in Shangri-La where Stamming Up is. Behind Stamming Up you can see a rock. Shoot that with your upgraded weapon and a skull will fly into the air. And then shoot it with your upgraded Apothecant Servant, and that is 2 out of 6 done. A third location is at Origins. This one is outside of the map near where you can build the Keeper. Come to this fence here, look down and you will see this rock. Again, shoot it with your upgraded weapon and then shoot your servant at the skeleton part, and that is 3 out of 6 done. The fourth location is at Natchta and Toten, and you want to head upstairs, and from Juggernog, head right and you will come to this spot here, and you want to shoot your upgraded weapon at this rock here, and then as usual, shoot your servant at the part, and that is 4 out of 6 done. The fifth location is at Zombie Verrucht, and you want to come to where the teleporter is, and you should see a waterfall, and you want to shoot your upgraded weapon where I shoot. It is a tough one to hit this one, but just spam bullets over there and you should see a skeleton part fly into the air. And then you shoot your servant to suck that part into the portal, and that is 5 out of 6 done. And the sixth location is the hardest because there's no certain spot to shoot your upgraded weapon at to then spawn the skeleton part. But you want to come to Drak, and on the third wall that's on the wall run, this is where the part will be. And the best thing to do is do a bit of parkour on the wall run until you come to that third wall. And you just want to spam bullets into the bottom corner of the wall, and when you hit the sweet spot, the skeleton part will spawn, and then shoot your servant at the wall to suck it up, and that is 6 out of 6 done. So when you have all 6 skeleton parts, head to the upstairs part of Natchta and Toten, and on the floor you should see the skeleton parts that you've been collecting, and if you don't see these on the floor, it means you haven't got all 6 parts. And all you do now is shoot your upgraded Apothecant Servant at the skeleton parts, and then you will see a body spawn on the floor. Again, shoot your upgraded servant at the body, and then you will see the third film reel spawn. Pick that up, and that is 3 out of 3 found. So head to Origins, and next to the box spawn in Origins is another spot to put the film reel in. And if you go to the top part of Origins, this is where you want to put the film reel in. A good tactic for that step, and the next few steps, is to leave a zombie at the end of the round. By doing this, you can get a couple of steps done in one round, which is always epic. So now you've found all 3 film reels, we can move on to the next step. So now for the next step, you will be using each of the corruption turrets. And what you want to do is shoot all 4 of the corruption turrets at the flying rocks that are shaped like a chocolate orange. A great example, I know. And you can do these in any order, fellas. So the first corruption turret is in spawn, and all you do is buy it and shoot at this rock here. Try aim for the blue part of the rock, and then you should be kicked off the turret because the laser should have locked on. And that is 1 out of 4 done. A second turret is at Drak, and this one is to the right and up in the air, and it's at quite a distance, but shoot this laser with the rock, and that is 2 out of 4 done. A third corruption turret is at Mob of the Dead, and this rock is to the right, and it's pretty easy to spot. Shoot at this one, and that is 3 out of 4 done. And the last corruption turret is at Zombie Verrucht, and this one's quite a tough one to spot, but just follow what I do here, and you will see where to shoot. Lock the laser on, and that is all 4 done. So now head to Natchta and Toten where Juggernog is, and you should see Sophia from Gorod Krovi. Jump up and press X on Sophia, and she will turn into a solid ball. And now all you do is follow Sophia all the way to Kino, where she will base herself on top of the teleporter. So now everyone in the game has to be inside the teleporter, press X inside to teleport, and then you will end up in Sophia's room. And when you get inside here, you need to pick up this book that's on the edge of the bed. Pick that up, and when you arrive back at Kino, go place the book on the podium. And when you do this, you will see some blue lights head up towards the projector room, and this will spawn a purple symbol on the floor, and when this happens, you can move on to the next step. So for this step you have to find 4 gate worms, and to get these gate worms, you have to first find 4 orange eggs that are based around the map. So the first thing to do is go find an orange egg. There are so many spawn locations for these eggs, and I will show you where all my 4 eggs spawned, but if you are stuck, just go find a guide on YouTube showing all 20 plus spawn locations. So firstly for this step you want to go find the egg. My egg was in this bucket here, which is outside of Drak, and when you find your egg, pick it up and head back to Pack-a-Punch. And you want to place your egg into either of the 4 bulbs. And now you need to get 10 zombie kills next to the bulb with your egg in. And when you have fed your egg 10 zombie souls, you will see a gate worm appear from the bulb. Pick it up and leave Pack-a-Punch. So now you want to search everywhere around the map, and you need to listen out for a beeping noise. It's just like a metal detector, and I'm going to show you how it looks and sounds with my gameplay footage right now. And just like I did then, when the beeping starts going crazy, you just want to start spamming X on the floor until the gateworm is placed into the air. And when this happens, wait until the gateworm disappears, and now one of these symbols will spawn. Press X to pick it up, and that is 1 out of 4 found. These symbols are called runes, and they can be seen in your inventory, and we are going for all 4. So you do the same again for the second gateworm, go find an orange egg, and this one for me was in the spawn area, and it's just before the jump pad that takes you to Shangri-La, and it is right here next to the bin. And then I went to Pack-a-Punch again, put my egg into a bulb, got 10 zombie kills next to it, and then I picked up the gateworm and went searching for the beeping metal detector noise. And this time the beeping noise was at Origins, and it was near the door that leads into Mob of the Dead. And I spammed X on the floor again, and the gateworm was placed into the air. And then I picked up the second rune, and that is 2 out of 4 found. For a third time you go find another egg, and this egg for me spawned in Zombie Verrucht, next to the jump pad that takes you to Mob of the Dead. And again I took it to the bulb in Pack-a-Punch, I fed the egg zombie souls, picked up the gateworm, and this time the beeping noise was in spawn, and it was before the jump pad that takes you to Origins, and that is 3 out of 4 found. And now you go find the last orange egg, and this one for me spawned in Origins, and this one is in the walkway that leads from Mob of the Dead up to the top part of Origins. And again I put the egg into the bulb, got the kills, got the gateworm, and I went searching for the beeping noise. And the beeping noise was in the building at Zombie Verrucht. I spammed X until the gateworm spawned, and then I got the last rune of creation. And that is 4 out of 4 done. So when you have all 4 runes collected, try leave a zombie at the end of the round, and you want to make sure you've got full ammo on weapons, and get weapons Pack-a-Punched, and get some good perks on. And before we get into the next step, you need to do one more thing. These symbols that are in your inventory, you need to number these because in the next step, you have to copy an order, and these symbols are what you have to put in order. It will all get clear when I get into the step, but now just number these 1 to 4 like I've done here. So when you are ready, everyone in the game comes to this room here and stands on the purple symbol. And now you will be teleported to a new area. And as soon as you spawn, you want everyone to head to this podium where the book is. Have one person in charge of the book, and have the other teammates protecting. So, if you are in charge of the book, press X on the book, and the book will show you a symbol. So when a symbol shows up, look into your inventory and see which numbered symbol that is. So in my game, my first symbol was this one, and this symbol is the 4th rune of creation in the inventory. So that means the 4th symbol is the first in the book order. The next symbol to show up was the first symbol that is in the inventory. So that means that that symbol is second in the order from the book. The third symbol that showed up was the symbol that is number 2 in the inventory. So you write that symbol down as number 3 in the order from the book. And then we know which is the 4th in the order because there's only one more symbol left. So for me, number 3 in the inventory order is the last symbol in the order from the book. So when you have the order wrote down and remembered, have the whole team and the person in charge of the book head up here. And what you need to do is put in the order that was given to you from the book. So, first in my order was this symbol here, which is the 4th symbol in the inventory. So, press X when that symbol appears. Second in the order from the book was the first symbol in the inventory. Third in my order was this one, which is the second symbol in the inventory. And then the last symbol is the third one in the inventory. And when you press on the last symbol, you will have bossed it. Just a few tips for this one, fellas. If you take too long putting in the order, or if you put the order in wrong, you will be sent back to the map, and all you do is wait till the next round, and you can go stand on the purple floor and try this all again. So when you have put the order in, you have to beat 4 waves of zombies. In these 4 waves, you have to kill all the margwas to progress. Also in each wave, there will be a different effect happening to this area. So the first wave in my game was this one, and this one was a low gravity wave, and this one is actually pretty fun. You can fly about in low gravity, but you need to land in these spotlights here. And if you touch the red floor, you will get hurt. So take out the margwas, stay alive, and the second wave will start. So the second wave in my game was the void wave, and if you remember the void bow from the Reisendrach, you will recognise these purple effects and skulls, and all you need to do is avoid these purple sparks, kill off the margwas to complete wave 2. Wave 3 for me was the electric effect, and again you will recognise the effect from the Reisendrach if you have the electric bow. Avoid the electric sparks, and also watch out for the walls that move and that can trap you in. And just keep on running around, don't stop, kill the margwas, and that is wave 3 done. Wave 4 was the fire effect, and this one is quite a tough one. Most of the floor will turn into lava, so watch out for that, and try use the upper walkways to get around and kill the margwas. There is a max ammo you can pick up, so you can get that whenever you like. And when you complete the last wave, the zombies will all go, and what you want to do now is go pick up the summoning key from the middle of the room. And when you pick it up, you will be teleported back to the map, and that is that step done. The next step is to throw the summoning key at loads of places around the map, which is pretty fun. So when you spawn back into the map, you will see a blue light. And this blue light tells you where the summoning key is. If your game does this, where there is a blue light but no summoning key, all you do is teleport to another part of the map, and the blue light will respawn, so you can pick up the summoning key. To pick up the summoning key, you just walk over it, and to throw it, you just press RT. So now you want to save a zombie at the end of the round, and you can now go throw the summoning key at 7 different things around the map, and you can do these in any order. So for your first throw, come to Zombie Verrucht, and you can see this fountain. Throw the summoning key at the MG that is on top of the fountain, and if you miss, that's fine, the summoning key will spawn back into the map to then retry. And when you hit the MG, you will see this happen, and you will hear a loud whacking noise, which means that is 1 out of 7 done. A second throw is in Mob of the Dead. Head up these stairs and throw the key into this cell here. And you gotta throw it right into the doorway of the cell, which is quite hard to see. Just do what I do and you shall boss it. A third throw is up on top of Origins, and you want to throw the summoning key at this tombstone here. And for some reason it didn't work for me with that shot, bit weird, but Harry threw the summoning key at it and it worked for him, so that is 3 out of 7 done. A fourth lob of the summoning key is at Shangri-La on the stairs. Throw the summoning key up at the crystal and you will see a monkey spawn, and that is 4 out of 7 done. A fifth location is in Kino, and this one is the hardest one because there's no certain point to aim at. Just aim up towards this chandelier here, throw the summoning key and you should get it, and that is 5 out of 7 done. And at number 6 is the clock tower in Der Eisendrache, and all you do is head to the Der Eisendrache teleporter, look up and throw the key at the clock tower. And at number 7 is the one at Natcher and Turton. Downstairs at this window here, throw the key at this red barrel and you've done all 7. If the summoning key doesn't spawn after you've hit the 7th and last place, that means you have done that step. And now it's time to get ready for the boss battle. Woo! So you need full ammo, you need your best perks on, little arnies, a fully equipped shield, weapons like the Dingo Pack-a-Punched, the upgraded Thunder Gun, the upgraded Apothecant Servant, and you want to get your best Gobblegum out as well. I used In Plain Sight and it worked perfectly. Just get as set as you can because you're going to be taking out the Shadow Man, but at the same time there will be margwas and panzers to kill, so you need to be very set. So when your team is all ready, everyone in the game get into the teleporter, press X and you will spawn in this area again. And you can see the Shadow Man is in his ring, so we can't take any damage yet. You will also see 4 green glowing podiums at each corner of the map, and all you do is press X to put the summoning key into one of these green podiums. So now you need to kill the zombies to feed the souls into the summoning key, and while this is happening you want to kill off the margwas and the panzers that will spawn. So after about killing 15 to 20 zombies for the summoning key, throw a little arnie and then pick up the summoning key. And when you pick it up, you need to throw the summoning key at Sophia, who is in the air. Sophia will catch the summoning key and then fire a laser at the Shadow Man. And when this happens, throw little arnies, and now you want to shoot the Shadow Man. This is how you damage the Shadow Man, and when you shoot him, he will teleport from right to left, and the aim here is to keep shooting the Shadow Man until he is in the mouth of the Apothecant. And when he's in the mouth of the Apothecant, you then press X on the book, and that will kill the Shadow Man. But if you don't do it first time, that is okay. All you do now is go put the summoning key into another green podium. Another max ammo will spawn, and you want to watch out for the different effects in this area that keep changing. So feed the summoning key zombie kills and kill off the panzers and the margwas, and then pick up the summoning key and throw it at Sophia again, She will then fire the laser at the Shadow Man's ring, and now you can throw some arnies and take out the Shadow Man. It is tough to keep the shooting consistent on the Shadow Man because he likes to move left and right, forward and backwards, which is quite a pain, but keep spamming bullets into the Shadow Man, throw some more arnies to keep the zombies away, and now when the Shadow Man is like he is now, where you keep shooting him and he doesn't go further back, this is where you want to press X on that book to laser him, and boom, you have bossed the Easter egg. I will put the ending cutscene that you unlock in a separate video, the link for that is in the description, but after the cutscene, the game will end, you will have your achievement, XP, and you will get an awesome Dark Ops calling card. So, there you go fellas. If you have any questions, just comment and I will help. And this is the last Easter egg for Black Ops 3. I have guides on all the Easter eggs for every map in Black Ops 3. So go check them out if you're wanting to do some more Easter eggs. But yeah, thank you for watching, please subscribe, and I'll see you later.